Welcome, I'm Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up! I have another quick video for you today. Our stamp pads last a very long time, so do our markers, but you can extend their life by getting a bottle of reinkers. This is Pale Papaya, and this is a retiring color. I don't know if any of this is available right now because, frankly, it's selling out. But I want to show you this ink pad is dried out. I have damaged the foam a little bit here. I was trying to use it to spread a lot of ink, and it was too dry, but this will still work for quite a long time, and I want to re-ink it. When I buy a stamp pad, I always buy the reinkers, and because this is very dry, I'm putting quite a bit of ink on here. You could put a few drops on it, but like I said, this is very dry. This is StazOn ink, so that's not coming off. But I use a plastic spoon, and you can see that I use it over and over again with all kinds of different colors. And I spread it out, and this is probably still too dry, so I'm going to add even more refill ink. You can kind of see when an ink pad it gets too dry because it gets very light. This is getting better. And you can help yourself out when you stamp to stamp not just in the center but around all the sides. I find a wipe is good for wiping off the edges and wiping off the spoon. This is good for another time. And again, you can kind of see that there's dark and light patches here, and that probably means that I need to add even more ink, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'll spread it out maybe a little bit better. It's always better to add a little bit at a time, maybe even give it some time to soak in before you add more. But did you know that our markers, that you can refill the markers too? I find it's going to be best to work on the thick brush tip side, and you just need to remove this. You will need a pair of pliers and a literal scrap of paper, and I just kind of wrap the paper around the tip so I don't get the teeth of the pliers involved in damaging the brush, and just kind of wiggle it and pull. And then this actually comes out, but just go ahead and leave it in and put drops of re-ink down the hole. Now this marker is not terribly dry, not anywhere near as dry as the stamp pad, but I do see that it's pretty dark up there, so maybe I do need to add some ink. I would say to add 6 or so drops at a time and see if that's enough. Sometimes I let my markers go so dry that they really aren't writing with the writing tip at all anymore. And so I have added as many as 20 drops, but start slow. Then when it's time to put it back on, just put the cardstock on again. Make sure it's above the lip there, and then push it down. And you want to be sure it's pushed all the way around, all the way down. The other thing that might affect the life of a marker is this brush tip. The writing tip, the fine tip, lasts a long time unless you get glue in there, which I have done. But there's actually a place that you can get brush tips. And I probably should have asked this person if it was okay if I share that. But you can just pull this tip out and put another one in, and then you will want to be sure and let it soak in. Always store your brushes sideways so that the ink will be equally distributed across that barrel that I showed you. But that's all there is to refilling. So whenever you buy your new ink pad, I always try and buy the set of markers for that. Always buy the refill. You may not think about needing a refill until maybe this color is retired, and then you will really want it. Now it's time to get back to settling out in after my vacation and also getting my Evernote notes ready. I'm working on all the case inserts and all my labels that I always provide. Those will be all available for the new catalog. As I said, Pale Papaya is retiring. There will be some new in colors in this new annual catalog. It starts May 2nd, and so there will be 11 new core colors and of course 5 new in colors. And so when you buy your stamp pads and your markers, pick up those ink refills so you'll be ready. So I've been busy with the new catalog, getting all the data for my labels, my case inserts, my stamp slip cases, making new cardstock samplers, and all of the other resources that I usually supply. Of course, my Evernote notes for my Evernote notebook of every current product that Stampin' Up! Sells. So I'm glad that I had a chance to share at least a short video with you. Here is the web address for this project and links for the products I used. Just click the links and you'll be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up! Click Home near the top of my page and you'll find lots of resources. Under Shop, you can find the products I offer to make crafting more convenient. How to get free products with my frequent shopper rewards, and a link to my online store at Stampin' Up! Click Inspiration to scroll all my projects back to 2011, most with detailed directions and videos. Though the products in those older projects have been retired, you may find techniques, layouts, or color combinations to inspire you today. If you're new to stamping, you might want to look at the basics. You'll find how to cut card bases and layers, what's special about Stampin' Up! Stamps, and some of my favorite tools. Under Organization, you'll find lots of free resources such as catalog tabs, labels and case inserts, color tools, and much more. You can take a tour of my craft wall. More organization means more time for stamping. You can learn about my Evernote notebook. I have a note for every current product that Stampin' Up! Has for sale right now. And you can sort them all by the type of product. You can search just for the stamps. You can search just for the designer series paper. You can search for the phrase that you want or an image that you would like to use. You can search all the products that come in a particular color. It really makes finding just exactly what you want very easy. You can create your own notebook and search through all of the things that you own to find just what you need. Come stamp with me here in Ventura County, California, or get the best deal of all and join my team of crafters. The team is called SIP Together, and it stands for Stamps, Ink, and Paper Together. The team is made of crafters who want to save money on the products they buy, share with a few friends, or start a Stampin' Up! Business like mine. Be sure to subscribe to my website and on my YouTube channel. I'd love to hear your comments. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon.